So, hi everybody, bună ziua. I have the honor to sort of both moderate and be involved in this next panel, which is about retail media technologies, and I'm very happy to have with me Paul Georghiu, who's a co-founder at Footprints AI, a very promising early stage technology company out of Romania, Bucharest, but selling their retail media technologies across the region. So maybe quickly starting to present myself again, Marius Ghenea, managing partner at Catalyst Romania, which is a fund manager across multiple funds, VC funds, early stage, early growth, early expansion funds for Romania and the region. We are investing across Southeastern Europe, including countries like Moldova, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Serbia and the Western Balkans, and Hungary. Our second generation fund is a 50 million euro fund, investing tickets of 2-3 million per company, and with significant follow-on reserves and capabilities. We invest in all kinds of technology companies in the early expansion stage, so already present on the market with traction and already showing, validating their business model in locals or regional markets. Before this VC experience, I used to be an entrepreneur. I started as an entrepreneur 30 years ago in Romania, and have been involved in more than 40 companies now as an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, and then business angel investor, and now a VC investor. And happy to come to Chișinău, to Moldova, every once in a while. My first visit here was back in 1990, so 35 years ago. And obviously the country and the city have changed tremendously since. I have also invested in Moldova over time in companies, particularly an IT company that I have expanded from Romania here in Moldova, and then all across Southeastern Europe as a market leader for IT distribution in the late 90s, early 2000s. And then I came back for various investment opportunities, but also conferences, events, and activities with entrepreneurs, particularly as education for or developing entrepreneurship education here in Moldova, as we also do in Romania. So now I turn to you, Paul, for a short introduction about yourself.
Thank you very much, Marius. It's great to be here. Thank you very much also to the organizers. I am Paul Georghiu. I'm a co-founder and chief revenue officer at Footprints AI. You'll probably see shortly in the discussion we'll have with Marius that Footprints AI is quite an unconventional startup, and we believe we thrive on the fact that we are unconventional. In terms of background, I have a background actually in management consulting, retail and media. The let's say field in which we're going to delve into today has two words. I represent the retail side of it. So looking forward to a very interesting conversation with Marius. Thank you.
Great. And to just kick it off with a question about the company, how it started, the business model, where you are at the moment, and whatever you think it's important to mention about Footprints AI.
So it was actually very interesting. I don't know how many of you actually saw the opening speeches in today's event. But during one of the opening speeches, there was a definition about what a startup actually is. So our company was founded back in 2018, but we still consider ourselves as being a startup. And one of the, let's say, key definitions of what a startup is, it's a company that's growing very quickly. And we've been growing very quickly, especially in the last few years. We've started up, as I said, in 2018, mainly focusing on developing our tech. We had a dream, even starting from then, to basically bring all the capabilities that were available in programmatic advertising in the areas like Google or Facebook ads, to also bring them to physical retail, and also in general to the retailers' ecosystems. And we started off with this vision even before the term retail media existed, or even before the term retail media was officially coined as an industry. So we started off as two people, together with my co-founder, who is in charge of the media bit of the retail media field. We've started up with a vision based on our big business experience to bring the same level of accuracy in targeting people that we have in Google ads or Facebook ads, also to the retail sector. And we started off, as I said, building the tech. And then since 2021, we started focusing on business development and actually marketing our solutions to many of the clients we work with. And today we're in a very good position, of course, on our native market, on the Romanian market. But we've also expanded across the CE region. We now have operations also in all three Baltic countries, in Poland, in Croatia, and also in Greece. We're going to start real soon. We have a client, a bit by accident, two clients actually, in South Africa. So we are one of the, unfortunately, too few startups in the region that have, in Romania or Moldova, that have expanded also regionally and have successfully validated their business model in other countries. So very briefly, let's say this would be the strategic view.
Because you mentioned the geographical scope, one quick question, because we are here in Chișinău in Moldova. What about Moldova as a retail market? Obviously, you're not a retail competitor, but you are a provider of technology for the retail environment, so you surely have taken a look at the Moldavian retail market. So what can you tell us, the audience, about that, and what are the plans of Footprints AI in Moldova?
So
Moldova, maybe Ukraine, maybe other markets in the region, I don't know.
So again, I haven't visited Chișinău in the 90s, but my first visit here was back in 2007. And I can say that a lot of things...
I know, I'm old. Old.
A lot of things have changed since then, to the better. And also judging from a purely professional standpoint, the retail maturity index of Moldova has also increased substantially. And we can consider Moldova as a mature market in this respect. And this is partially also one of the reasons why we're here. We're here to talk to a number of retail partners, in this case, because retailers in the business model we have are our partners. And the brands doing the advertising are the clients. So right now we're in Moldova looking for retail partners that want to monetize their customer behavioral data together with us.
And because we're talking clients, what would be the ICP, the ideal client profile for Footprints AI? Is it supermarkets? Is it more street corner markets, or other type of retail, specialized retail, general retail, omni-channel, multi-channel?
So we are, let's say, quite versatile. What's important for us, because what we aimed at fixing for retailer in general was how to monetize physical customer behavioral data. Because although online marketplaces have gained, let's say, more and more traction in the last years, still over 90% of people do their shopping in physical retail spaces. And currently retailers, they're not monetizing this type of data at all. So for us, the ideal customer profile has a very significant presence in the physical environment with physical shops. And ideally, also a less developed presence in online, which through our fusion mechanism that fuses physical behavioral data with online behavioral data, we can also enhance this online presence by bringing in the unique data that the customer has in the physical environment. So from this perspective, we are quite versatile.
Okay. Because you started talking about behavioral data and other things, maybe we can expand that talking about the actual technology behind Footprints AI. And of course, because it's Footprints AI, so it has artificial intelligence at the end or at the front, I don't know. Maybe also it would be interesting to understand a bit better how you're using artificial intelligence in your product.
Of course, I would like to mention right from the start the fact that...
In full disclosure, we are investors, VC investors in Footprints AI, so I should know most of that, but I'm just asking to learn a bit more. Yes, it's a good opportunity.
Thank you, Marius, for this. And by the way, we just as an important thing to mention, so Catalyst has been a very important partner for us because, as I said, we're quite unconventional in the fact that us as co-founders, we're not technical people. We are business people looking to solve real business problems. So this sometimes doesn't fall in the correct, let's say, brackets when talking to VC funds. So this is one thing. And the second thing is the fact that we have a business model that is non-standard. So we don't charge companies on a licensing basis or pure SaaS basis. We have revenue sharing agreements with our retail partners. So this makes it a bit difficult for VCs to put us in one of their brackets. So we needed to partner up with a VC that understands the business environment, the retail environment, and Catalyst was our prime, let's say, option in this regard. So thank you, Marius, for this also. And now coming back to the tech, what's important to mention is that in our experience, and the fact that retail media is a field that didn't exist up until 2 years ago and is still a field of novelty to many retailers, we needed to invest as much time, energy, and focus in the tech as we needed to invest also in the beyond software approach. So apart from the tech solution, which I'm going to go into real quick, we also offer full go-to-market and sales support for the retailers with whom we're working with. We are also offering support to the brands that are doing retail media campaigns with our retailers, or to the media agencies which are doing these types of campaigns. And we've seen this as being essential in a market that it's at the very beginning. So I just want to lay this out as a very important lesson we've learned during our journey. Now, regarding the tech, for us coming from the business side, it was very important to make sure that we solve the business problem entirely with the use of our platform. So not just a slice of it, we wanted to solve it end-to-end. So we wanted to solve the problem of how do you convert basic data, like transactional data in store or Wi-Fi data that helps you determine where people are inside stores. How do you convert this into money? And we've built our platform around this, being able to capture this behavioral data of customers inside physical or online shopping locations. Then being able to create behavioral profiles based on this data. Then with the help of AI, And we couldn't do this back in 2018 when we started it, but the AI revolution helped us with this, to predict the buying behavior of these profiles over the next 30 days. Because if you want to target them with advertising, you need to know when to target them with advertising and on what channel. And so we have this profiling bit. And then the last bit is the campaign management bit, in which you can set up campaigns with the same ease and self-service manner that you can set campaigns in Google Ads or Facebook Ads in order to target customers in the retail environment.
And with this product, you've already landed huge clients like Profi, which is now Deleuze Group, Carrefour, Rimi in the Baltics, or Studenac in Croatia, right? Now, let's go, because we don't have much time left, let's go to the investment process and how founders work with investors. Of course, as I mentioned to Paul before the panel, I told him that, or the fireside chat, I told him that, of course, as we just invested, the investment was announced, I think, just a couple of months ago. So beginning of 2025, so we could say that we are still in a honeymoon phase in terms of founders and investors, but still, I think there could be some interesting insights from Paul as a co-founder on the way this whole process went in terms of the negotiation, the due diligence, the strategy discussions and other things before the investment, then how complicated and how things went with the signing and the completion of the investment, and now the fact that already it's 1.5 million, is it? Euros investment, so a significant initial investment for the company to boost its and catalyze its growth, as it were. And may I also say that from our side, because you mentioned this thing about founders teams and entrepreneurial teams, on the one hand, of course, investors also want to see sometimes some more tech-savvy persons in the founders team. But contrary to that, in my own experience, which is with hundreds of startups, of which we invested maybe in already 25, 30 companies, is that the opposite of it is an all-tech team of founders, which is a nightmare team, in my opinion, because they're all focused on the product, on the tech alone. They don't care about financing. They don't care about the market. They don't care about sales. They don't care about anything else than to make the perfect product. And that's not ideal for an investor. So a mixed, a balanced combination of business people and more business type people and also some tech people in the initial team is ideal. And also because you mentioned the bracket or the silo of type of revenue and revenue model that investors tend to classify the startups by, we have this theory that we don't only look at companies or startups with recurrent revenues, which is typically your subscription model, software as a service, but also we look at companies with what we call reoccurrent revenues, which is maybe a term that we coined, I'm not sure, because reoccurrent revenue is that revenue that is still quite predictable, but it's not necessarily something that happens on a subscription basis. It rather happens on a transactional basis, because this is the sort of most important model, revenue model for Footprints AI, where you charge, like in a normal revenue share model, you charge a percentage of the total revenue from the retail media sales. So your floor now for the last, 1 minute or so.
Thank you very much. So indeed, the experience was quite transformative for us, in the sense that, as probably everyone in the room knows, things can get very chaotic in startups. And this whole investment process helped us bring a bit of order in the chaos. We still have a lot of chaos, and I think chaos can be very productive if you want to maintain creative, exactly. If you want to maintain very large rates of growth. but it helped us bring a bit of much needed order in the chaos of what we were doing. A level of order that also helped us clarify what's truly important and what's not important for us. Because one of the fallacies, let's say, startups could face over time is the fact that you can focus on things that are really not important. And the entire process we went through together with Catalyst really helped us understand what's truly important and what are the catalysts for our growth in the future.
Thank you. At the end, any advice for budding entrepreneurs, for founders in search of equity, in search of rounds of financing?
Yes, I have a few maybe counterintuitive pieces of advice. So don't worry, the vision you have at the beginning with regards to what you're planning on developing is never going to be the final vision of what you're doing. So accept change and accept the fact that you always need to evolve together with the market. So this is one thing. And the second thing, I went to a plug-and-play conference in San Francisco where an ex-CEO of Cisco was holding a keynote speech. And he's now running a very big investment fund in Silicon Valley. And he said that he doesn't invest in companies that haven't, in startups, that haven't went through a near-death experience. And we've had 2 near-death experiences up until now, and I think they've strengthened us quite a lot. So don't be afraid of this.
So to end in a very positive note, this panel and this fireside chat, what doesn't kill you usually makes you stronger, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you.